Okay. So we're going to start lying down just on your back. Are you ready? So any comfortable position on your back. So you can lie in Shavasana. You can lie with your feet flat on the floor. Maybe drop the knees out or in, whatever really suits you. And just taking a few moments just to get yourself comfortable, first of all. And then just begin to come away from your morning. So maybe start to notice your breath. Just as it moves in and out through your nose, first of all. And then maybe start to allow it to deepen. So down towards your ribs and your belly. And as it deepens, allow it to smooth out a little bit. As your breath starts to just soften, just notice your body. Make any adjustments to your position that you need to. Notice any areas of discomfort, any areas of tension. Maybe directing your breath towards those areas to allow them to relax. Try and soften through your head and your neck, along your shoulders and down the arms, through your spine and your hips, and through your legs and feet. And as your body starts to sink down, just take a moment to notice how you feel. Just allowing your thoughts just to move in and out through your mind without holding on to them, but simply noticing them. So today's class is on Sthira Sukha. So in the Yoga Sutras, Patanjali describes our yoga asana with the phrase Sthira Sukha. Basically, it means that every posture that we do, every shape that we take, should be a mixture of strength, but also of softness. So of steadiness and ease. So we're just going to try and make sure that that happens in our practice today. So you can move a little bit when you're ready, maybe just through your fingers and through your toes. And then when you're ready, we're going to draw your right knee in towards your chest. So you're just going to gently hold it either on the knee, maybe on the shin. And then start to just move a little bit side to side. So moving the knee just over towards the left shoulder a little bit. And then take it over towards the right side. So move with your breath. So on an inhale, move over one way. And on the exhale, just take it the other way. So just a little bit of mobilizing through your hip joint. And starting to match our breath to the movement. When you're ready, bring it back towards the center. So we're going to stretch through the hamstrings. So you may want to bend your left leg, just see how it feels. If you can keep your left leg where it is, then the right knee hugs in. We're going to take it behind the back of your thigh, first of all. So from there, as you inhale, start to slowly extend the leg up just towards the ceiling a little bit more, just to feel a stretch through the back of the leg, but without forcing it. So even when we're doing something like this, we want it still to have that sense of Sthira Sukha, so the strength through the stretch, but the softness maybe just in your knee, so that we're not overdoing it. So you can either stay there or maybe move your hands a little bit further up the leg, but again, without straining. So relax your shoulders, your head, your neck. And allow the breath just to move easily. Okay, we'll take one more deep inhale here. Now from here, we're going to use your right hand just to the outside of your right leg, and then start to let the leg just move over to the right a little bit. So we're just bringing the stretch more into the inner thigh. You can always stretch your left hand along the ground if that feels better, but just a little opening through the inner thigh. Okay, we'll take one more deep inhale. When you're ready, bring your leg back to the centre. We're going the other way now, so if you use your left hand again, just to the outside of it, you can always bend your knee here if you feel that's better and take it over. If you can do it with the straight leg, then just take the straight leg over, stretching away through your right arm, and you can roll all the way over onto your side if that feels good, but just take it to where it feels right to you. Okay, we'll take one more deep inhale. When you're ready, slowly bring your leg back towards the centre. We'll just re-bend the leg and then slide it along the floor so it's in line with the other one. You might feel a little bit of a difference between the legs. See how that feels. And then when you're ready, you'll bend in through your left leg. So again, take the hands first of all onto your knee or onto the shin. And then as you inhale, move over towards the right a little bit. And as you exhale, move over towards the left a little. So just moving side to side, keeping the hips that are on the ground nice and still. So we're moving through the hip joint on that left side, but try and press down through the hip joint on the right side. Okay, when you're ready, just move back to the centre. So again, you could keep your right leg extended. You might want to bend it with the foot on the ground. Hands behind the back of the left thigh, and then as you breathe out, just start to extend through the leg. So without moving it too far or too fast, just ease into it. And then either stay here or move the hands a little bit further up the leg if you'd like. Again, try and relax as much as you can, even within the stretch, which is pretty strong. Okay, when you're ready, we're going to move out towards the left. So take your left hand just to the outside of the left leg somewhere. Maybe stretch your right arm away and move the leg out just to stretch through the inner thighs. Press down through your right hip bone and the right shoulder. Okay, when you're ready, slowly back towards the centre. We'll take it the other way. So again, right hand to the outside, inside of that leg, and then move over to the side. So if you want to roll all the way over, you could bend your knee or keep the leg straight. It is up to you. Well done. When you're ready, slowly and carefully make your way back towards the centre. We'll draw both knees in this time, so just draw them in towards your chest. We're going to take a little twisting movement, so we're going to do some yogic bicycles. So if you move your knees just so that they're over the hips, take your hands behind the back of the head, and if you can, lift your upper body up off the ground. Okay, when you're ready, as you inhale, we're going to move over towards the right knee, and we're going to extend the left leg away. On the exhale, move back in towards the centre. So do that again. So inhale, twisting over the other way. And on the exhale, move back in. So again, just continuing to move like that. So just warming up a little bit through the centre of your body. Try and move slowly and carefully as you do it. And feel the rotation in the centre of your body. So breathing in will take over. Breathing it out back to centre. Well done. We'll just do one more of these on either side, so take your time. And last one. Okay, when you're ready, slowly release. Bring your knees back in. We'll take the hands behind the back of the thighs now. So we're just going to roll a little bit. So just back and forwards, just gently. Rolling through the length of your spine. And when you're ready, we'll make our way up to sitting. Okay, so as you come to sitting, we're going to sit cross-legged. If that's not comfortable, then just have your feet out in front of you. Just see how that feels. You can sit on a block if you'd like. So just try and sit upright, so we're lengthening through the spine, relaxing through the shoulders. And from here, we're going to move side to side. So we'll lift the arms up, so just level with your shoulders. As you inhale, we'll take the right hand down and then just lift and stretch through that left arm. Do that again, so inhale back to the center. And as you exhale, just moving the other way. Do that again, so inhale coming up. And exhale, just stretch and reaching over. Okay, we'll do that one more time. So coming up to the center. And then that stretch over towards the side. From here, bring it back to the center. And release your hands down. We're going to take the hands on your knees and we're going to start to move through a little seated cat-cow. So as you inhale, we're going to draw the shoulders back. Try and squeeze the shoulder blades together back. Use your hands to pull your chest forward. And then as you exhale, if you pull your belly in, round through your back and roll back a little bit if you can. So breathing in, start to move forward, draw the shoulders down your back, lift through your chest. And on the exhale, pulling in. So we'll do that a couple more times. So again, you might not be able to arch the back here, but just draw the shoulders down, open up your chest. And then rounding in might be a lot more successful. So belly pulls in, chin to chest. We'll do that one more time. And then rounding in. Okay, make your way back to the center. This time we're going to circle round. So we're going to use the shoulder. So if you take your right shoulder forward, so just lead with that, and then circle back and then around. So again, the right shoulder moves forward and we're just circling in one direction. Again, there's kind of a little element of that cat-cow here as we move. So we round a little at the back and we pull forwards to your chest as you move forwards. And then just changing direction, so go the other way. So the left shoulder pulls forward and through. Again, just a little mobility through your spine. Good. Okay, we'll do that once more. And then move yourself back towards the center. Now from here we'll come to all fours, so just take your time coming over. So we're going to move to your hands and your knees. As you come in, we'll spread the hands under the shoulders and the knees underneath your hips. Again, we'll do a few cat-cows in this position. So on the inhale, just dropping in the belly, lifting through the chest. And then on the exhale, rounding in. So again, start to follow your own breath, moving through at your own pace. Just continuing to warm up through your spine, through your hips. And through the front part of your body. Okay, we'll do that one more time. And on the inhale, make your way back just to a more neutral position, so we're not arching the back here. We're going to come in for Anahatanasana, so our melting heart pose or puppy dog pose. So if you walk your hands forwards, keeping your hips over your knees if you can, start to melt the heart just down towards your mat. So take your time, you don't have to rush it, and you can ease yourself into it. So taking care to move in slowly. So again, it's a fairly strong pose. So we need to soften somewhere. When you're ready, we'll take one more deep inhale and then start to move yourself back up. So we're going to walk the hands just underneath your shoulders again. So we're coming back into that all fours position. From here, we're going to tuck the toes and lift the hips to downward facing dog. So just take your time lifting your hips up. When you get there, maybe move your feet a little bit. Maybe start to pedal through your legs, so bending in one leg and the other. Making any movements that feel right. When you're ready, coming into more stillness here, but try and still find that Sthira Sukha. So downward dog is a really strong pose. So trying to find the softness may mean that you need to bend your knees a little bit. It might mean that you need to just relax a little in your shoulders. Find some element of softness. Okay, when you're ready on an inhale, we're going to lift your heels up And just slowly lower your knees back down to that all fours position. And we're going to move through this like a little flow. So when you're ready, on your exhale, walk your hands forward. We're coming back into that melting heart pose. So we're just going to press the chest down towards the mat. On an inhale, move back up. So walk your hands underneath your shoulder again. As you exhale, tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. As you inhale, lift your heels, lower the knees back down to all fours. So we'll do that again. So exhale, walk the hands forward, start to press down through the chest. On the inhale, move back up, so just walk the hands under the shoulders. On the exhale, tuck the toes and lift the hips, downward facing dog. On the inhale, lift your heels and lower the knees back down. So we'll do that one more time. So when you're ready, moving forwards on the exhale, lower the chest down. Inhale, move back up, walk the hands under the shoulders. And on the exhale, tuck the toes and lift the hips, downward facing dog. Okay, so from here, we're going to step your right foot up towards the top of your mat. So we're coming into a lunge position. So if you step it through, you can always lower your back knee if that feels better for you. We're going to come in for a twist. So left hand on the ground, right hand to your knee or right arm reaching up. Try and align your shoulders and your arms here, pull your belly in, and try not to let the front knee drop out to the side. So you're hugging that right knee in. Take one more deep inhale. When you're ready, release both hands back down towards the ground. Now from there, we'll step to plank, lower your knees, and then just lower all the way to the ground. So just bending in the elbows, lower yourself all the way down. When you get there, flatten out your feet, spread your hands. So hugging the elbows in towards you. As you inhale, come up. So a little cobra. So maybe just moving up a tiny bit to start. If you feel okay, maybe moving up a little bit higher. And if you want to, you can start to push yourself up to an upward facing dog position. But the elbows are soft, the hips are lifted, the belly is pulled down, and we're still breathing. Okay, when you're ready, we'll slowly and carefully just release all the way back down to the ground. From here, press yourself up, so use your hands and walk your knees forwards. And then we'll tuck the toes and we'll lift the hips to downward facing dog. And move through it. So if you want to pedal your feet still, if you want to move your hips still, then do that. And always take an option here. So if you need to move to child's pose, then that is the softness element of it. So take advantage of it. So when you're ready, we'll look forward. The left foot this time is going to step to the top. So we're coming into this lunge again. So you could definitely lower your back knee if that feels better. Otherwise, we'll come in for that twist with the left back knee up off the ground. So right hand down, left hand to the left knee, or reaching and opening up through the chest. And again, try and stack the arms, stack the shoulders, open the chest and draw the belly in. And just watch that front knee again. And breathing in and out through your nose. Okay, when you're ready, release the hand back down towards the ground. From there, step to plank. Again, lowering your knees if you would like, or just bend your elbows and lower all the way down to the ground. So take your time. So when you get there, we'll come back into that cobra. So spreading your toes, hands under the shoulders. Maybe just lift up and draw the shoulders down your back, drawing the elbows in. Maybe a little bit higher, or maybe start to push up, upward facing dog. With the elbows bent, the shoulders down your back, so not hunching the shoulders. Belly pulled down. One more breath. Slowly and carefully release yourself all the way down. And when you get there this time, maybe bring your arms round, maybe drop your head down towards your arms, and just see how you feel. Okay, from here, we'll start to come back up again. So we'll move the hands underneath your shoulders. Start to press yourself up to all fours. So when you come in, walk your knees in. We'll tuck the toes and lift the hips again to downward facing dog. So again, if it feels too much, then having a balanced practice, so having strength and ease in the practice, not just in each asana, is what we want to do. And everybody's mix will be different, so you just have to choose the mix that's right for you. Okay, when you're ready on your inhale, we'll lift the heels and look forward. We're just going to walk up towards the top of your mat. So take your time. And when you get to the top, maybe separate your feet at distance apart. As you inhale here, lengthen forwards. And then on your exhale, just fold back in again. And we'll hold this forward fold, so pull your belly in, maybe take hold of opposite elbows, maybe just a gentle swaying movement, or maybe staying still. Okay, when you're ready, release your hands. As you inhale here, lengthen forwards again, so stretch through your spine. On the exhale, folding back towards your legs. On the inhale, reach up. And we're going to stay at the top with the arms. We're going to take a little side stretch. So we'll take your right hand and take hold of your left wrist. And then just move over towards the right side. So just a little stretch through the side of your body. Press down through your feet as you do that. When you're ready, inhale back to centre. We'll change arms, so taking hold of your right wrist with your left hand, and then just lean a little bit over towards the side, pressing down through your feet. Well done. Slowly back towards the centre. Inhale, reach both arms. And as you exhale, just bring the palms together just in front of your heart. Again, just see how you feel now you've come up to the standing position. Now from here, we're going to come into Katasana, or our chair pose. So you can either keep your feet a little bit apart, or maybe bring your big toes together, leaving a little gap in your heels. So when you're ready, on an inhale, we're going to bend the knees and we're going to reach up and forward with the arms. So maybe looking up at your hands, maybe not. See how it feels. Try and get the weight back in your heels. The belly pulled in, the chest lifts. And just breathing there. Well done. We'll take one more deep inhale. We'll press to stand on the exhale. So push through your feet, bring the hands towards your heart. Okay, we'll do that again. So inhale, bending the knees, reaching in the arms. Again, just sink the hips, lift the belly, relax the shoulders. Again, finding that strength, which is there in our feet and our legs and our arms, with a certain softness. Okay, one more big inhale. And on the exhale, just press to stand. Excellent. Okay, from there, we're going to do a few rounds just of a variation on Surya Namaskara B. So if you come up towards the top of your mat, either with the feet together apart, we'll come into that chair position again. So on your inhale, bending the knees, reaching with the arms, sink through your hips. On the exhale this time, we're going to fold forwards towards your legs, so just take your time. On the inhale, lengthen. And on the exhale, we're just going to step back with your right leg. Now we're moving into high crescent lunge position. If you'd rather stay on the ground, then lower your knee down and reach your arms up. If you want to come up, then pull your belly in and start to rise up. Again, just see how it feels. Draw the belly in, try and even out in your hips and find some of that sukha, so some of that softness. Good, breathing deeply. Well done. Okay, from there, release your hands down. Pick up your back knee if you've got on the ground, and then we're just going to step up towards the top. So we'll bend the back leg, step towards the top of your mat. As you inhale here, lengthen forwards. On the exhale, just fold back in. On the inhale, we're going to bend the knees and come to chair. And on the exhale, we'll press to stand. So we'll do that again. So inhale, bend the knees, reaching through your arms, sink your hips. As you exhale, fold forwards towards your legs. Lengthen forwards on the inhale. And on the exhale, we'll step back with your left leg. So hands to the ground, step it back. So again, if you want to just lower your back knee towards the ground, or maybe come into that high crescent lunge, reaching up with the arms. Again, level out your hips, tuck the tailbone a little bit, and find that softness. So maybe it's just a little bend in your elbows, maybe a little loosening of your jaw, maybe a little softness in your eyes. Okay, from there, release your hands back down towards the ground. So again, if you've got your knee down, tuck your toes, lift it up, and we'll step up towards the top of your mat. Lengthen forwards on the inhale, fold back and on the exhale. As you inhale, bend your knees, reach through the arms, and on the exhale, press to stand. We'll do that one more time on either side. So when you're ready, inhale, bending in the knees, reaching in the arms. Exhale, fold forwards towards your legs. Lengthen on the inhale. And step back with your right leg on the exhale. So again, lowering the knee to the ground or pulling the belly in and reaching up into that crescent lunge. So just see how it feels. Relax the shoulders. Maybe bend your back knee a little. Well done. Take one more deep inhale. When you're ready, release the hands down towards the ground. Lift your back knee off the ground and step up towards the top of your mat. Lengthen forwards on the inhale. Fold back in on the exhale. As you inhale, bend your knees, reach your arms. And exhale, press to stand. Okay, we'll do that one more time, so last side. So inhale, bending the knees, reaching up. Exhale, folding forwards, keeping the belly pulled in. Inhale, lengthen. And on the exhale, we'll step back with your left leg. Again, when you get there, lower your back knee if you like and lift the arms. Or inhale, pull the belly in and lift the body up as you lift the arms. The shoulders are relaxed, the hips are forward. And we'll breathe in. Well done. Okay, when you're ready, release the hands back down towards the ground. Bending through your back leg, step towards the top of your mat. Lengthen forwards on the inhale. Fold back in on the exhale. As you inhale, bend your knees, reaching through the arms. And on the exhale, press to stand. Again, maybe just take a moment, see how you feel, see how your legs are. Okay, when you're ready, we'll open the eyes, release the hands. So we're going to come in and do a few standing postures. We're just going to step back into them today. So at the top of your mat, again, just have your feet maybe a little bit apart. So we'll step back with your left leg. We're going to move to warrior one. So left foot steps back, front leg bends. And again, try and turn the toes of your back leg in a little bit. So the hips and the shoulders face towards the top edge of your mat. And then maybe reaching up with your arms. So we're relaxing in the shoulders, but we're really strong in the legs. So the Sthira part of it, where our muscles are working evenly and together, so they're in harmony. So we're not tight on one side and loose on the other, but they're all engaging in a similar way. So we don't want like one muscle, say your calf muscle, to be really tight, and then the inner thighs are a little bit loose. So try and engage them equally. Relax your shoulders, soften in your jaw. And just breathe there. Okay, from here, we're going to move to warrior two. So we'll start to open up through your chest. Open up through your hips. So maybe turn your back foot a little bit and try and pull back a little bit on your left hip and through that right knee. Stretching the arms, relaxing on the shoulders. And again, the feet, the weight between your feet is balanced. The muscles in the body are balanced. And the breath should be rhythmic and steady. And the final piece of the puzzle is our mind. So is our mind objective, rational, kind, and present? Probably the most important thing. Okay, when you're ready, on an inhale, we're going to start to straighten through your front leg. And we're going to move into a wide-legged forward fold. So if you turn your right foot towards the long edge of your mat, When you get there, just check your feet so they're in alignment. And then as you inhale, we'll reach up with the arms. And on the exhale, we'll fold forward. So maybe just bringing your hands to your thighs. Maybe releasing your hands down towards the ground. Again, you could use a block here. So just having the block in front of you can sometimes help us to move the weight slightly forwards. So you want the weight, rather than it being leaning back into the heels, move forwards a little bit. If the hands are easily on the ground, maybe walk them back between your feet. But just see how it feels. Again, we're still looking for that Sthira Sukha, so that strength through the legs, the muscles in the feet and the legs, and the softness, maybe just in the shoulders, maybe just in the head and the neck. Okay, when you're ready, we'll take one more deep inhale. So draw your belly in, maybe bend your knees as you come up. So again, soften it and roll yourself back up. So when we come up, we're going to come into triangle. So you're going to turn your right foot up towards the short edge of your mat again. So try and keep the hips nice and open as you do that. Push back a little bit through your left hip. Stretch your arms out and then lengthen forward over that right leg. So maybe taking the hand down, maybe just to your shin. Top arm reaches, maybe you drop it behind your back. And again, without forcing or trying to move in further than your body wants to, then move into where it feels right. So opening up through your top shoulder, pulling back through your top hip, and lengthening through that bottom side waist. And breathe in. And trying to find not depth and not getting further down, but trying to find spaciousness. So a sense of creating space in the body, in the breath, and in the mind. Okay, we'll take one more deep inhale. When you're ready, slowly pull your belly in and start to rise back up again. And when you come up, we'll just release the arms. Now we're going to come into Parsvattanasana, which is a forward fold. So our legs are in an okay position, not perfect, because we want to rotate round to our shoulders and hips. So if you hop your back foot in, you can bend your knee to do that, but then re-straighten your front leg. So turn the toes of the back leg in, and then rotate round so your shoulders and hips face towards the long, short edge even of your mat. From there, we're going to lengthen forwards through your spine. And you might just keep your hands on your hips and just stay there. So if you can, straighten your front leg, straighten it. If it feels too much, then just keep it bent. That could be your sukha. Maybe releasing the hands down towards your thigh. Or if you can, take your hands down towards the ground. If that doesn't feel right, then don't do it. And you can always use blocks here. Just be aware of your front hip, so your right hip tends to pop out to the side, because it makes it easier. So draw it back in towards the center. Squeeze the inner thighs, lift through the low belly. And remember, we're still searching for that softness, that sukha. Okay, when you're ready, we'll come back up. So pull your belly in. Inhale to come back up. And then when you come up, we're just going to bend your front leg just a little bit. And then from there, if you can, you're going to walk up or step up towards the top. So you could walk up, you could certainly walk up. Just move up towards the top of your mat. So as you come into the top of your mat, keep your feet hip distance. We've got one more little pose to do, which is a balance. So please feel free to move and put your hand on a wall or a chair or whatever. But we're going to do dancer today. So we're going to be standing on your right leg. We're going to bend through your left leg. So you might just lift up your foot and just keep the knees together and just stay here. Option-wise, you could reach back with your left hand and take hold of the foot either on the inside or the outside of the foot. It's really just a preference. Again, you could just stay here, knees together. If you want a little bit more, push your foot into your hand. And as you do that, I'm going to have to move back a little bit, start to reach with that right hand. So not trying to get far down, but trying to get a little back bend. So we're reaching forwards, we're bending through your back, and we're breathing. And maybe gaze at something, so something that is steady. Okay, take one more deep inhale. When you're ready, slowly start to release it, so just in your own way. And bring your feet together and bring your hands together. And maybe just close your eyes for a moment and just see how that all feels. Okay, when you're ready, we'll release the hands. You can open your eyes and we'll come in and we'll try that on the other side. So we'll do the whole thing first and then we'll come back into dancer. So we're just going to step back again. So into Dasana at the top of your mat. We'll step back with your right leg. So we're moving to warrior one again. So again, rotate through the toes of your back leg. Maybe widen your stance a little bit. Make sure you can comfortably get the shoulders and hips round. Bending into that front leg and reaching up with the arms if it feels okay. So without leaning forward, try to get a sense of balance between your feet. So when everything's in perfect harmony, so when everything's Sthira Sukha, be that our body, our breath, our mind, it's referred to as positive inertia. So that's what we want to feel like positive inertia. So the breath is rhythmic and flowing, the mind is present and objective, and the body is Sthira Sukha. So softness and strength. Okay, when you're ready, we'll open up to warrior two. So slowly spiraling around, reaching through your fingertips, opening up through your chest, adjusting your feet if you need to, but then finding that perfect balanced position again for you. Look along your front hand. Feel the hips opening and spreading a little bit more. And feel a sense of softness. So relax the shoulders, maybe relax your jaw a little bit. Well done. We'll take one more deep inhale. When you're ready, slowly start to straighten through your front legs. So just work it straight a little bit. And then we're moving into that wide leg forward fold again. So the left toes turn in towards the long edge of your mat. As you inhale, reach up. And then on the exhale, we'll fold forwards towards your legs again. So taking your time as you come down, maybe take your hands on your legs, using a block if you like. And maybe this time you use a little bind. So you could take your two-piece fingers, hook the big toe, and then close it off with your thumb. Just do that on both of your feet. If that's not open to you, then don't worry about it. Don't do it. Stay on the block. Maybe keep your hands to your thighs and bend the knees a lot if you need to. The weight is forward a little bit. And the knees can be as soft as you like. Okay, when you're ready, we'll start to come back up. So releasing any bind that you have. Pull your belly and maybe bend your knees and start to roll up. So just take your time coming up. So when you come up, we'll move back into triangle. So we're going to turn through the toes of your left foot. Push back a little bit on your right hip. Stretch your arms out and lengthen over that left leg, releasing the hand down to where it will go. So block your leg at the floor. Think about pulling back a little bit on your right hip and lengthening through the bottom side waist. And again, we're creating space. We're creating a shape where we can hold and we can breathe without it feeling forced. Okay, we'll take one more deep inhale. When you're ready, draw your belly in, start to rise back up as you inhale. And we'll release the hands on the exhale. So again, we're going to come in for Parsvattanasana, so our forward fold. So we're going to step your back foot in a little bit. As you do that, turn the toes of your back foot so you can rotate round. And you might need to move your front foot out a little bit, but that's okay. Just make the adjustments that you need. So when the shoulders and the hips are round, start to pull your belly in and lengthen forwards through your chest. Now from there, you can stay here or you can fold forward. If you do want to this time, you could take a little bind. So you could take your hands to your back, maybe take hold of opposite elbows as an option. you could take your fists together, so pressing the fists. Or if you can do reverse namaskar, so that prayer position behind your back, then take that. But if it doesn't feel right, then don't do it. See what feels best to you and try to maintain the shape of that Parasuttanasana. So drawing in through your left hip, pulling the belly in and moving to where it feels right. Okay, we'll take one more deep inhale. When you're ready, pull your belly in again and slowly start to move all the way back up again. When you come up, release your hands. And then again, we'll bend through your front leg and we'll make our way up to the top. So you can step up, hop up, whatever feels right to you. So we'll come back in for dancer on this side. So we're going to stand on your left leg. The right leg is going to lift. So again, you may just hold that there. Maybe take hold of your foot. So with that right hand to the inside or the outside. And then again, try and keep your knees close together and then push your foot into your hand and then reach forwards through the opposite hand. So we're not trying to get kind of flat or anything. So it's not like Warrior 3, but we're trying to push and extend through your spine. So it's more of a back bend. There's a balance, obviously. It's more of a back bend. And breathe. Okay, we'll take one more deep inhale. When you're ready, slowly and carefully release it. So take your time coming out of it. Bring your feet together and your hands together and close the eyes down. Again, just see how your body feels, how you're feeling, and how your breath is. Okay, from here, we're going to make our way down. So we are going to come down through a little salutation. It's not a full one, but if you want to just make your way onto your belly, you can. Otherwise, at the top of your mat, we'll spread the toes, lengthen the legs, relax the shoulders. As you inhale, reach up. And on the exhale, fold forwards towards your legs. Lengthen on the inhale. And we'll make our way back to plank on the exhale. So when you get to plank, you are just going to lower it to the ground. So you could just lower your knees down, bend your elbows, just lower yourself all the way down. So when you do that, we'll bring the arms underneath your head. So just cross the arms over and drop the head down. And we're going to come in and do a little Shalabhasana variation. So a little moving one to work through the sides of your body. So if you separate your feet hip distance apart, you can keep your head lowered down if you want. So on an inhale, we're going to lift and lengthen through one leg, so nice and slowly. As you exhale, just slowly release it back down. So do that again, so inhale, lift and lengthen through the other leg. And on the exhale, lower. You can stay with that. You could do opposite arm to leg, so you could stretch your arms out in front, drop your head down. So as you inhale, lifting through the leg and the opposite arm. As you exhale, slowly release it back down. So do that again, so inhale, lifting up. And exhale, lower. So really slow and controlled, moving through the sides of your body as well as through the front of your body. Okay, we'll do one more of these on either side, so take your time. When you're ready, release down. Maybe bring your arms back underneath your head and just drop your head down and just see how that feels in your back. So we'll come back in and we'll try and locus. So again, you could cross your arms over. You could bring your feet together so the big toes touch. And we're going to do the legs only first. And we're going to lift up and hold on this one. So deep breath in, lifting through your legs. So keep your legs lifted up off the ground. And if that feels okay to you, just stay there. Maybe move your hands down the side of your body with the palms facing down and press your chest and lift it up. Or maybe reach your fingers so that your fingers are reaching down towards your toes as you lift and lengthen through the body and through the legs. And just breathe there. So see how it all feels. Think more lengthening and stretching rather than lifting too much. And find some sense of softness. Take one more deep inhale. Slowly and carefully release everything back down. Bring your hands back round and lower your head down towards the ground. And just relax there. Okay, from there, we'll start to come back up again. We're going to move the hands under your shoulders. Press yourself up, just to an all fours position, and walk your knees in. We're going to come in for Gomakasana. So again, if it doesn't suit you, I'll give you a version of half Gomakasana. So just work where you can. If you've got a block, that would make it a lot easier. So if you've got a block, you would just place it just between your legs at the back here. And then all we're going to do is you pull your right knee forwards. And then we cross the left knee. So we kind of hook it in the back of the right leg. And then we separate your feet quite wide. Walking the hands back, you then just take a little seat either on your block or onto the ground. And if that doesn't suit you, don't worry, we've got an alternative. But if you are here, you could reach up and then you could just fold forwards and just hold that folded forward position. You can always stay upright. If you prefer to come in and do the half variation, then we'll just sit with the legs in front. You'll take your left leg straight, right leg bends in and goes over the top. And then that foot moves up through the side of your leg. The knees stack and we fold in from there. Again, whatever variation suits you, then just stick with that. And try and relax through your shoulders, relax through your head and your neck. And breathe. And as we move into seated postures, this Sukha element becomes even more important. So it's very important when we're standing, but as we sit, then we want to find even more softness. And the balance changes between the Sthira and the Sukha. And the Sukha becomes more prevalent, and the Sthira moves to the background. Okay, we'll change sides, so slowly come back up. So if you're on this half one, you'll just change sides, doing it the same way and stacking. If you're on the all fours one, then this time the left knee will move forwards, and then that right leg will hook behind. So again, spread your feet and start to move back. And just sit back onto your bottom or onto your block. Either stay upright, you can use the hands for support, or inhale to reach up. And exhale to fold down. But just see how it feels. If it feels too intense when you get here, then you move out of it a little bit. If you want to come into the half variation, then you move into that. But listening is one of the most important things that we can do in yoga. So listening to our bodies, adapting our postures and positions, and being vigilant about what's going on. Well done. Okay, we'll take one more deep inhale. Wherever you are, start to move your way back up again. And then release your legs, so just bring them out in front of you. Maybe give the legs a little shake off. Now we're going to come in for Katasana. And again, we're not going to kind of come into the really stringent one of it, but a bit more relaxed. So we're going to bring the soles of your feet together. So normally in Katasana, we want to draw the heels all the way in. But on this one, we're going to be a little bit more relaxed. So we're going to bring the feet slightly forward and away from your groin. Sit up onto your sit bones. And option one, just fold forwards towards your feet. Option two, if you want to, take your hands, hook them under the legs, and then we move up and over the feet, grabbing and holding them as we do that. And then you can fold forward from there. Again, just see how it feels to you. If this feels too much, then come in for the other one. Again, trying to find that sense of sukha within the sthira. So relax what you can. So your shoulders, your hands, maybe if you're gripping, maybe your head and your neck. Okay, we'll take one more deep inhale here. And when you're ready, just slowly and carefully start to move out of it. So again, taking your time without rushing, but really taking your time to move in and out. Okay, we're going to move onto your back, so you can give your legs a little shake. We'll come onto your back with your feet flat on the floor, your knees bent. So we're going to do a little bridge. So if you wanted to, you could grab a block here. So make sure your feet are hip distance, quite close in. And if you want to, you could just lift your hips, place the block, maybe it's middle position, and then just relax down towards the block. It'll feel quite nice. Otherwise, with the arms down by your sides, breathe in, push through your feet, lift your hips. Bring it up to where it feels right to you. Again, once you get there, make sure your feet are still hip distance and the heels are in. And either stay here, or if you're on your shoulders, maybe start to move the shoulder blades just underneath your back, clasping the hands, pushing up and out of your forearms and arms, and lifting the hips and chest. And as you breathe there, start to fill the chest, fill the ribs, fill the belly. And when you're ready, we'll start to release. So if you've got your hands clasped, then release them. Remove the block and lower yourself all the way down. So when you come down, we're going to do a little recline twist. So we'll keep your left foot on the ground, lift your right leg up and cross over quite high up your thighs. Now, if you want to, you could just move over then to the left side. We're going to try Katasana legs here. So if you don't fancy them, just move to the left. Otherwise, take your right foot, hook it behind the back of your left calf. Again, if it doesn't work, don't worry. Spread your arms and then drop your legs just over towards the left. And again, once you get there, if you feel that that's too much, then you just uncross your legs. So just being aware of what's going on and adjusting your practice to suit your body is the practice. Well done. When you're ready, we'll make our way back to the middle. So again, when you come in, just unravel your legs. Use your feet on the ground just to adjust so that your hips are nice and level again. So we'll keep your right foot down, lift your left leg up, cross it over, so quite high up your thighs. That might be enough, and move to the right if it is. Otherwise, take that foot and hook it around the back of your right calf, and then move over towards the right side. So spread the arms, try and keep your shoulders down, uncross your legs if it becomes too much. Well done. Okay, when you're ready, slowly back towards the center. Then you come back in and cross your legs. Again, maybe use your feet just to even out your hips. Release your arms by your sides. We're going to come in for reclined Katasana now. So we're going to bring the soles of your feet together, let the knees drop out to the side. Maybe this time you walk your feet up a little bit more so you get more of a stretch there, but just see how it feels. Relax your arms, have the palms facing up. Relax your shoulders and your head and your neck, and just breathe there. Okay, from here, we're going to move into Shavasana. So you could actually do Shavasana with your feet together if you wanted to. Otherwise, we'll separate the legs and take them quite wide. So you're moving them straight and long. Relax the arms down by your sides with the palms up. Maybe lift your shoulders and lower them down. Move your head a little bit. Taking 3 long breaths here, so just allowing your body just to come back in to even itself out. As you take deep breaths, the energy starts flowing down into your body, from the head down to your toes and back into the universe. Feel with every breath more and more energy cascading down through your head, your shoulders, down to your chest, down through the stomach, calming and soothing all organs. All the way down through your legs and your feet and out into the universe. Feel yourself relax. Feel the tension and the muscles releasing. Feel the skin of your scalp relaxing. The jaws relaxing. Allow your tongue just to fall away from the roof of your mouth. Let your shoulders drop down. The muscles in your back, the trapezius muscles, all relax. Find yourself soothing down all muscles, focusing just on your breathing. If thoughts come in, just let them pass. Don't stop to talk to them, just observe them and let them go. As you find yourself more and more relaxed, allow your breathing to become deeper and deeper until you feel at one with the universe. That rhythm that makes your heart beat, the blood flow through your veins, your eyes sparkle and your hair grow. Just be that being that you call yourself. It's important to remember to be at one with your being. We're often so busy doing other things that we forget just to be. When you're ready, we'll take a deep inhale through your nose and then we'll just sigh it out your mouth. So do that again, so just deeply inhaling and then just let it go. And then we'll start to move, so just through your fingers and your toes, maybe your hands and your feet. Maybe stretching your arms overhead and stretching all the way down to your feet. When you're ready, we'll bring the arms back over and start to bend the knees. So either knees to your chest or feet flat on the floor, but just move a little bit side to side. And if you'd like to, you can roll over onto your side. And then just when you're ready, we'll start to make our way up. So take your time, just moving up in your own way. Keep your eyes closed maybe. And we'll just find a comfortable seat when you're ready. And bring the palms together just in front of your heart. So leaving a little gap just to signify an openness in your heart. So thank you so much for coming along and practicing with me this morning. Hope you enjoyed our Sthira Sukha practice. Namaste. Okay, well done. I'll just stop this and you can unmute yourself.